Yo, yo, what up? It's back day. I was not working out yesterday, so Monday I double posted, which was not intended, but it somehow worked out. I should have posted, so I posted the video with my boy Dan, aka the Diesel Engine. We worked out on Sunday. It took me a while to edit. When I work out with friends, it always takes a little bit longer to edit because when I do these videos, as you probably know if you've been watching, I talk about how I use the Apple Watch and I pause and resume the video, or I just stop and start a new video when I'm doing a workout and when I'm talking. So that way, I just take all the videos of me talking, stick them together. I take all the videos of me working out, put them on another video track, mute it, shrink it, put it in the corner, and then usually they line up. I found out that I'll typically talk for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I will work out in total about the same amount of time. If I'm doing, what do we call it? 4 working sets, a little bit of warm up, stuff like that. And so that's generally how it goes. I already feel like I need to pee. It sucks. I wish I could just never have to go pee and never sleep. Imagine all the things you could do. Anyway. Yeah, so that did take a little extra time to edit that clip, and then I just ended up posting it as soon as I was done editing it, which turned out to be, Monday night. So I should have saved it for Tuesday, because Tuesday I was on call with work. One sec. So being on call with work means I get inundated with tickets and alarms about things going wrong, and I got about 20 or 21 yesterday. And, well, I can only handle so much. I was only able to really address a few of them. Try to get this thing to click right. That's probably okay. Yeah, they take a while to take care of, and then I'm also doing other things while I'm at it. What a mess. What a mess. It's a terrible experience, and I don't like it. Whatever. I'm gonna have to be on call during Christmas week, though. That really actually upsets me. Anyway, yeah, so it's Wednesday now, back day. I didn't work out yesterday because being on call is a 12-hour thing, 7 to 7. I voted yesterday. I dropped off the ballots. I say no to increasing taxes because that's ridiculous. As I was driving here, one of the things I think about when it comes to taxes and whatnot, well, it's like someone who has a bunch of money and they're asking for more money because they want to spend it on this other thing, but they don't want to take the money away from what they're spending on other stuff. And it sounds, like obvious, but it makes no sense to me. It's like, hey, we want to, hey, what up? Okay, so we're still trying to work out here. It's so funny. I just keep talking to people and all that. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it that much. It's just that I'm going to have to go pee after this. Right, well, anyway, all I'm doing is talking about taxes and stuff, and I think I'm preaching to the choir here. But I'll say it anyway because I want to. You look down the road, and you have this median kind of little area between lanes when you're driving through a neighborhood, let's say. And I have a video of it, so I'll put it in now if I remember. And it's got trees, it's got bushes, it's got grass, and it's all trimmed up, looking real nice. It's useless land. That's my biggest gripe with any country, any city that does this, is why are you spending so much money on maintaining unusable land, right? Like, why are we having a median that looks better than, anything else that we have? You know, because here in this outlet mall, strip mall area that I'm in, you know, you got the gym, you got the other stores, you got like a breakfast shop, all this type of stuff, and then it's just a parking lot. Why aren't we having, you know, a nice decent patch of grass with some trees and bushes with some chairs out for us to sit out and hang out like they might do in Europe? You know what I mean? We don't have that. Not really, not that I've ever seen. You know, and when I was with my buddy the other day, Dan, when we went to a breakfast shop after the gym, we're sitting outside because it's such a beautiful day, and we're right next to the road, and it's so loud. You know, why don't we have that outdoor seating area more kind of like in the parking lot area with the trees and the grass and the, you know, nice foliage and all kept up very nice? No, we only put that out there at like the entrance to a gated community where it's just a bunch of flowers and stuff, but no one can really enjoy it. We just see it from the road, and there's nothing to do with it. You never see anyone having a picnic out there or sitting out in the grass because it's not really in an area for that. So why are we spending tax money on that when we could actually be, you know, like spending money on food for kids in high school or middle school or whatever? But no, instead they want to continue paying for this other maintenance, stuff like that, and they want to raise more money. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you guys have money. You just need to reallocate it and be smart with it. We're not just going to keep feeding more money to the government when they say they want to do something just because they don't want to spend the money they already have. That makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. All right, we're on to these rows now, and oh boy, my forearms are very, you know, kind of tight, feeling it. They're loosened up a little bit here because I took a break, talked to my gym habibi, and I really want to do that thing people talk about where you get like a paint bucket or one of those, you know, orange Home Depot buckets. And my hair does. I'm doing a trip to Istanbul real soon. At least with the high lighting, it shines right through my thin blonde hair and just makes me look bald. Anyway, I'm not insecure, but I want to look good. So I will be doing a hair transplant probably next year. Anyway, I want to get one of those buckets and just rice, and then you like dip your hand in and you kind of like squeeze and twist, and it's like a good forearm workout. I really want to do that. And I was thinking about, you know, just general community and stuff, because I have at least 20 friends, guys. Most of them are guys who I could just hit up and be like, yo, dude, let's hang out, you know. But then you got to schedule it. It's not so spontaneous. When you're in college, university, you know, small town where, you know, everyone's kind of living close together. We're all just in a dorm or in some apartment, and we're all just kind of, you're either doing university work or you're having fun. I mean, that's how it was for me. So, you know, it's like, hey, bro, we're all so close together, we can just randomly hang out or randomly see each other on campus. And really proximity and, you know, friends within a good proximity is, I think, the key to having a fulfilling life. Because I have a lot of friends, but they're all over the place. You know, they're 30 minutes away, maybe 45 or an hour with traffic, downtown Denver. I'm like 10, 20, not 20, maybe 10 to 15 miles away from downtown Denver, but it can take a very long time to get there. I have friends there. I have friends on the other side of Denver, a little bit longer drive. I even have some friends nearby, but it's, you know, when I get home from work, and if I just want to kind of somewhat hang out with somebody for an hour, 30 minutes, yeah, yo, come on over, just got back from the gym, about to eat dinner, bring your own food, or you can have some of mine, and let's just chill and chat for a little bit, and then I gotta go to bed or whatever. It's hard to do that, especially because my HOA doesn't allow on-street parking. So, you know, it's tough to have a couple of friends over because, you know, all it takes is one or two extra cars, and then they get towed. You know, so my community is very anti-social as well, which I think is very wrong. And, you know, it's just, the point is proven when you see people get really wealthy, you know, like a rapper, you know, musician, athlete, whoever it is. I'm talking about men here. Women, I don't know, because I just don't know, but I'm sure it's similar. The only examples I know of are kind of like what I see online or on TV. So most of the time you see people like Floyd Mayweather or I don't know, you know, just popular, famous guys. Point is, when you get famous, when you get a lot of money, the question is, what do you do? The answer is, you buy a big house and you have your entourage. You get your homeboys, you get your loyal friends, you get people. You surround yourself with people, and they live with you in this awesome big mansion. And you always have your guys around you. It's like your group, your entourage. And it's no surprise, to be honest, because if I get really wealthy, what do I want? I want to bring all my friends with me into the wealth, the success, and the fulfilling life. And I want to buy a big house, and I want to live with my boys. I want to have fun. You know what I mean? I want to just hang out with my friends all the time. That's all it really is about. And it's unfortunate that in America, you need to build up a lot of wealth and then get your friends to live with you in some type of mansion just to do that, whereas in a lot of other countries, it's just built into the infrastructure and society. And in America, it seems to only really work if somehow everybody lives downtown, or you're in somewhere like New York, or I don't know, or you're in college. Otherwise, a lot of people get spread out. Maybe if you live in a neighborhood where you make a lot of friends in that neighborhood, but it's just not quite the same. Anyway, I've been thinking about that a lot, and now I'm gonna work out. Last week for this workout, I did 16, 11, 12, 12. So I'm gonna try for at least 16 the first set, maybe 17. Then, as long as I can stay above 12, so if I can do like 17, 13, 13, 13, that lady just got real close to my phone with her weights. That's not cool. I don't want my phone to break. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try to keep the reps a little bit higher because we are keeping the weight the same. This is how we get stronger. This is how we get bigger. This shirt's kind of nice. I look good in it. I'm trying to cut down some weight. And the lighting is terrible. I should not have done that. I'm trying to cut down some weight just so that I can not have to worry about my weight when I'm in Taiwan. But I think I am going to lose a significant amount of muscle mass because my protein is probably going to be lower, and I'm not going to be doing any heavy resistance exercise. More kind of walking around, which I call it walking around, but you know, it's rolling around, same thing, who cares. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a lot of that, hopefully about 10 miles a day or so. Talking to a friend of mine who lives there. We're going to get together and go do something, maybe go to a Hooters, have some fun. But yeah, so that's all I got to say. Just a bunch of random stuff. I'm always talking about just random stuff. So nothing more to it than that. Just whatever's on my mind.